So, sitting here, nice place to camp right on the river. We're out in the middle of nowhere, Alabama. It's a campground. That's a river. I think it's a river. Anywho, it's a little high up because that's normally an island over there. You can still see some of it, but the river is definitely high at the moment. I don't know if it's seasonal or what. This is where I start, where I'm going to spend the night and start the day. All right. This is the trip starting from Selma, Alabama. Starting from Selma was, well, nice, but there was issues. First, Selma is not exactly the best town in the world. At least their downtown is not the best area of the world. You can see going over here, the famous bridge which Martin Luther King Jr. and the Selma March went over. The big thing about this bridge is it's actually named after I guess, famous supreme leader of the Ku Klux Klan. I'm sure they have some title for those people. And yeah, probably something that needs to be renamed. Here am I at the Huddle House. The Huddle House is in, it's west of Selma, some D town. And these, I always like to stop at diners because they tend to give you a little more information, tend to be talkative enough. So it's a little more of a mainstream diner. They had a mega bacon and a mega cheese omelet, which I liked, really good. Plus it gives you coffee. I don't like instant coffee when I've been camping. So, all right, time to move on. But Selma itself, so-so, and I'll talk more about Selma at some other time. I'm just heading out. This was going to be the end of Alabama and the start of Mississippi. Here you can see just a burned out shell. This was not done during 2020. This was the result of basic, just a fire. And just a lot of these small towns, when a store closes, they don't, in a lot of cities, they just tear them down, they build something new. A lot of these small towns, they'll just leave them there. It's not indicative of a terrible neighborhood, it's just, since there's so much space, why bother? heading out through Mississippi, there's a lot to see. There's tons all throughout Mississippi, more than what you would think. For the most part, Mississippi obviously is known for the Mississippi River, dominant, and it's also well known for a lot of civil rights stuff because, you know, you hate to say it, but they were probably the last state to really fight integration. You know, you had the schools where they fought really hard. There were a number of famous court cases. There's a lot of stuff when it came to this, to Mississippi trying to basically integrate. So I would visit a civil rights museum while I was here, but for the most part, I just kept on moving through. What you can basically see of Mississippi is just, you're still in that main foresty range. Tons of forests all over the place that you can ride through. Mississippi is very flat, very straight. It's not the most inventive place in the world. So it's basically just to sit back, chill, and just kind of like do the ride yourself, kind of plan out, because Mississippi's not really known for a whole lot. So you almost need to search and try to find those diamond spots. They can be found, but you need to actually do some planning here of the areas you go through, because it's not like they don't have a lot of really notable stuff that you can just off the top of your head you rattle. I want to go to so and so. So you need to work, and that's where I would end. That's where I would stop. At the end, Vicksburg, which is actually known for, which I know it for, is the Civil War siege of Vicksburg, which was a great strategic victory for the Union Army in the Civil War.